Hey everybody, welcome back. That's really bad. Alright, so what we're up to tonight, just got done working on customer's charger. Lance is over here working on my Pilot, getting it ready for my buddy. His old lady's trading me a car for it, so I have in my hand right here is a slider for a synchronizer and a T56 transmission, right? So what we're doing tonight is we're slick shifting this transmission, right? So every other tooth, you can see I kept the center ones that line up with the keys. Okay, so let's go over here and take a peek. Take a look at the transmission. Second, third, and fourth gear, we're going to slick shift, right? I really need to clean that camera. So here's all this stuff, right? So all these synchronizer cones for second, third, and fourth. Let me see if I can clean this up real quick. Jesus Christ. I don't know, whatever. These cones, the carbon cones, all the teeth are coming off these, right? So the only function these will have is to line up with the keys and then still use the carbon blockers to slow or match speed. Okay, so here. There's friction material, okay? See that material on there? Okay, so and you see how the inside here is like conical, there's surface in there. Okay, so as you're pulling the gear shifter, right, the slider, which that slider's all the way over there, so the slider will start to put pressure on this and line all these little teeth up, right? And the slider starts putting pressure on these and those blocker rings, and that since these little spots right here line up with the sorry, I'm tired. Line up with the keys, okay? It starts to speed the gear up. It like clutches it, so it'll match RPM, right? So we're gonna take all the teeth off these because we don't need these to do any synchronizing anymore. And then every other tooth, like here's fourth gear, every other tooth will come off that gear, off these little, every other tooth will come off this synchronizer piece right here, not the gear itself. Okay. So all the teeth on the slider, every other tooth on the gear, which right here's first gear. So every other one of these teeth will come off, and then every other slider tooth will come off. And what that's going to do effectively is half the teeth, it'll open up the engagement window to twice as much what the current engagement window is. And what that will do is that will make a 7,000 RPM shift be like a 3,500 RPM shift. So when I'm shifting this thing at 8,000 RPM, it's going to be like I'm shifting at 4,000. It's going to go right in like butter. It cuts the load capacity of the gear in half. So we're playing with fire. We're already 400 foot-pounds is what a factory T56 is rated for, and we're well above that. So hopefully this don't bite us in the ass. What we're going to do second, third, and fourth is just preventing me from buying a gear set right now. So hopefully we can make it through the season without buying a face-plated gear set for this thing. $4,500 from Tick for a G-Force gear set. So hopefully we can avoid that. Let's go up here and get some drinkage. Hopefully we can stay away from that and get lucky there. Oop. Why not? And we'll get some racing done. So all the old muscle car dudes used to do this back in the day. Moroso actually and some other companies used to produce sliders and gears and stuff that had every other tooth off of them already. That's where pro shifting came from. Face plating came after that. So I'm gonna get started on this. I'm assuming this stuff's hardened, right? So we'll see how this guy does, right? I've got an air powered one too, but I gotta get in there and get those ground off every other one without messing up the one next to it. There's the trick. So worst case scenario, I might take these sliders to a machine shop and have them buzz every other one off with a mill bit. So I'm gonna start trying to dig away at these and see how that works. If not, I'll just go straight to the gears. The gears will be easy. Same with the cones. And then I'll take the sliders to the machine shop and have them buzz every other one of those off. So I'll be back in a little bit to update you guys. Alright, so I tried grinding on that slider. That's not going to work. So I'm going to have to take this to the machine shop. So the dreams for having this trans back in the car tonight are fucking gone. So I'm going to go ahead and doctor this next one up, so I can take it to the machine shop and they know which teeth to cut off. So I'm going to mark every other tooth here. I need to keep those ones right there that have the little dipple in them for the key. So all these are ones that I'm keeping. You can see this is my second gear side and how ate up these guys are. Comparatively. I'll show you the other side here in a minute. Bam, every other. So as you can see, those are pretty chewed up on the ends from not wanting to shift. And then this side would be third. You see how not chewed up those are, because third has been happy. So I'm gonna have to dress those after we get them all cut off. And yeah, so there's that. So I'm gonna start grinding gears and I'll show you pictures, video of that once I get that done, guys. I'll be back. Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've really posted a lot of stuff. I want to get back to that. I've had a lot of staffing changes here at the shop and stuff like that. Look what's on the lift. This thing's been apart for a while, so I haven't been able to make a bunch of content. I've been kind of picking away at it, doing some work. We got the new rear main in it and the clutch back in it. So measured the clutch while it was out. Measured in at like 0.345 or 6 or I don't know, something 3-4 something. I called spec and said, hey man, one side of this clutch is wearing faster than the other. I think the flywheel side's wearing faster than the pressure plate side. I see, I took a measurement of this thing and this is what I got. So what's this thing supposed to be? And he said, what clutch you got, what part number? I told him. He said, man, that thing brand new measures in at 0.350. I was like, shit, all right, cool. So what we're doing in here, I've got fourth gear done. I've got the third gear slider done. I've got second gear done. I got to do third gear, the third gear cone, and the 1-2 slider. So I'll give you a little idea here. There's our 1-2 slider. The black marks of the teeth I'm keeping. Every other tooth's going away. So you'll see right here. Every other tooth's missing, right? On second, this is second gear. On the synchronizer, right? So what that'll do, I'll show you. Here's the slider for 3-4 with every other tooth gone. Way to keep certain teeth, because there's little tabs on some of these teeth where the right here where the keys go. So we'd keep those teeth. So I had to mark which teeth to keep. Every other tooth's gone there. I'll show you fourth gear here. Boom. Every other tooth off fourth. I wish every gear was as easy to modify as fourth. I literally used the cutoff wheel and V'd every single one of those teeth off there. It took me like 5 minutes to do fucking fourth gear. Super nice. The rest of this shit, not so much. That slider, I probably got like an hour and a half in that fucking slider. So this is pretty tits. Hopefully it fucking works. If it doesn't work, and let me show you the concept here, right? So here's fourth, right? Let's see if I can pin this in my fat neck. Here's fourth, right? Fuck. Hold on. Let me put it in the vise. We'll get this figured out, right, guys? We'll do it together. Okay? Give me 1 second here. Let's put fourth in the vise. We'll give you an example here of what we're doing. Alright. So let's take a peek here. What we're trying to do here, okay? I got to film with my front camera because my back one's cracked and it makes it all blurry. Not that this camera's great either, but military grade Android type shit. So we're making the shift, right? These teeth have to line up. See all that play in there? Before it was like dead nuts, right? So we'll give you an example here. Here's second gear. Okay, here we'll put it there where you can see it. The slider still has all the teeth in it, so it'll act like all the teeth are on second. See how there's no play there? And then see on fourth gear how we have all the movement. So what we did was we opened up the engagement window. We took half the teeth out, right? So we opened up the engagement window by 2 times. What that does is make an 8,000 RPM shift seem like a 4,000 RPM shift, and that's what we're doing. Get this vice over here off. The issue we've been running into is this thing does not want to shift at 8,000 RPM, 7,800 where we've been trying to shift it at, and it's pissing me off is what it's doing. So let's take you over here and show you the rest of the trans. I was hoping to have this thing back together tonight and be out testing. At one point I almost just said fuck it and put it back together without slick shifting it, is what it's called. Well, if I don't slick shift it, then it's still ain't gonna fucking shift. So I'm running the same issue I had before. So here's everything else. There's first gear, the main, or this counter shaft. This is main shaft. There's third gear. Okay, fourth sits here on this bearing. So I'll show you. This is this is a brand new slider because the one for second gear cracked. So we're leaving all the teeth on this slider and on the gear for first. So first gear will be synchronized and work like a normal gear because we don't upshift into first, right? So, and then here's a modified slider. All the teeth are gone. So when we go to make a shift, god damn it, how was put together a certain way, dumb fucking garbage. I'm going to make a shift, all these little teeth ain't got to line up with the slider, and then the slider, so there's a little surface in here, there's another little piece in here, okay, see how it's got clutch material on the inside of it? Well, there's another piece in here. What the fuck, guy, come on, stupid plastic washer keeps moving. This one's got a brake in it too, right? So these are triple cone carbons because it's a GTO, right? GTO, CTSV, and Corvette got the carbon triple synchros. So, which are supposed to shift better, but $7,000 it shifts fine. 7,500 and up, it's not happy camper. So now when the slider moves, here's another slider. When the slider tries to move, all those teeth don't have to line up with the synchro ring first and then line up with the gear. So now when you start to slide it, it's still going to put pressure on the cone. It's still going to use the brake, essentially, that carbon fiber material in there to bring the other gear up to speed with the other gear, and then you're going to slam it into the next gear. It's not going to line up with that slider. Here's the broken one. It's a bunch of teeth missing. And then it's cracked right here. I'm going to see if I can spread it with one hand. I don't know if you can see the fucking crack or not. Fuck, whatever. It's cracked in half. So I was going to grind all the teeth off of it and use it for a second, but it's cracked, and I don't think it's going to be able to expand, and the braking's not going to work as good as it should. Where's the crack? It's over here. Let's see if we can see the crack. Get some light. Well, there's a crack right here where my finger's at. It's cracked in half. So, and then a bunch of teeth are missing off of it. There's a crack. You can see it plain as day right there. But a bunch of those teeth broke off, and then here, I'll show you this. Those plastic shift fork tips broke, so we got bronze shift fork pads and billet keys, and then we're slick shifting it and putting it back together. So tomorrow I got to do that slider, and then the sliders are done. I gotta pull this bearing off here, and then all this will slide off here. I have to take the teeth off of the 4th gear and 3rd gear cone, and then take every other tooth off this gear here. So 1, 2, 3. I got these 3 things to modify, plus the slider tomorrow. Those 3 things go quick, and this gear should go pretty quick because it stood off pretty far away. So I should be able to get the cutoff wheel in there and take most of that out, and then use a die grinder to doctor it up, which is what I did on 2nd gear. 1st gear, leaving it alone, the way God intended it to be, on a synchronized piece of shit. But I would put, if anybody's curious, I would put a dog box in here. I spent a lot of money on this car over the winter. That doesn't work. I was going to turn the radio volume down. I spent a lot of money on the car over the winter, and I'm trying to race this year and not spend a bunch of money. I got other fish in the water, per se, or however you want to word it. I got other lines in the water. I really want to get my Cavalier put back together. I really want to get the engine freed up in the wife's Z28, or if it's not, I'm just going to put windshield in and put it back outside. I really want to get on my Camaro. So the GTO is fast. It's a good. It's a sweet street car, but it's just not. It's not competitive in any class. I mean, the car on kill might crack into like a 9. If I put a bigger inch built motor in it, I could pull the blower down more, turn it up, and not worry about the rods. I mean, I could go fast. I could probably chase the 6-shift GTO record with the car. I don't know that I want to lean on it much harder than I'm leaning on it now. And honestly, when the Camaro's done, I might just fucking shift it at 7,000 RPM and let it be at 15 pounds of boost. The car fucks like that. It really fucks up top at 7,800 because it makes 22 pounds of boost up there. But it's supposed to be my nice daily. So the Cavalier will be a nice daily too. It's got AC and everything just like GTO does. It's not leather, and it's not GTO. It's a base model Cavalier. But this video is 10 minutes and it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be quick. So I'm gonna upload this. We've got something coming up in a couple days. I'm going to try to get this car finished and put back together tomorrow, and go out tomorrow night or Saturday morning and test this car on a similar surface to what we're going to be racing on, potentially Saturday night if we can get this thing together. So I fired the car up for the first time in a couple months this morning since it's been apart, or not this morning, here a little bit ago, because I got the flywheel and everything back in it. It wasn't very enthusiastic to be alive again. I don't know if I need to let it run and get some temperature in it or what the fuck, but it is grumpy. So, but we'll see. It's been sitting for a while. It's got E in it. It should be fine. It shouldn't be a problem, but we'll find out. Hopefully that doesn't hinder what we got going on here. So, but I'm gonna hop off here, guys. I appreciate everybody. There's 192 of you now. I'm ready to bump that up, and if this can potentially start making money, that would be awesome. So, but I appreciate everybody sticking around. I lost a couple when I quit posting a lot of content, but like 2 or 3. So I'm gonna get this video posted when I get home while I take a shower. It's after 2 o'clock in the morning right now on Thursday. Well, it's Friday morning now. So I'm gonna go home, shower, get a few hours sleep, get back in here about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I have some customer stuff to knock out, and then I'm going to jump back on this bad boy. So, yeah, we'll see you guys, and hopefully I'll have some sweet racing content for you if we can get this thing to happen and the weather stays cooperative for Saturday. So, see you guys later. Thanks.